Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Jacob and you're tuned in to Last Stop Waterfowl Outdoors TV. Well guys, today we have a new gear review for you and we're going to be talking duck decoys. That's always a touchy subject I find between hunters, and today we're specifically going to take a look at a brand that many of you are probably familiar with, and that being the Academy Game Winner Carver's Edge Series decoys. Now, if you are a hunter down in the southern portions of the flyways like I am, most of us have an Academy that's not too far from where you live, most likely. Either Academy or Walmart are our two go-to spots if you're not shopping online nowadays for the gear you need at an affordable price point. And the Game Winner decoys are no different. Now, Game Winner's been around for quite some time, guys. They are now on the second generation of decoys, which is what we're going to focus our attention to in this video. Now, a couple of changes that were made over the first series of Carver Edge decoys is first and foremost the flexibility of the decoy itself. If you guys hunt with the Carver's Edge series, you're going to automatically notice the flexibility in the decoy, which makes it more durable than the first generation Carver's Edge decoys. You know, the first generation of Carver's Edge decoys, I really used those when I was getting back into waterfowl hunting on my own, buying my own equipment during college. Didn't have a lot of money to spend, and I'd go down to my local academy and purchase those because they were the best price point of decoys at the time. Well, one thing that I really did not like about them were they were a lightweight plastic, and after time, it didn't take much more than about a season or so, throwing them behind the truck, dragging them in public land hunting, doing any kind of, minor banging them around. I noticed that those first generation decoys would start to crack and deteriorate pretty quickly. The second generation that is now out that we're focusing on in the video is much more flexible. A lot of your high-end decoys that we purchase now, such as your Avian X's, your Dakota decoys, your Higdons, much more higher premium brand decoys will typically have some sort of a flex to them and a little bit of give if you to press down on that decoy. And what that does is when you're banging them around, like I talked about in some of those situations that we did, they're a lot more prone, or less prone, I should say, to cracking and deteriorating quite as fast as a cheaper thin-walled decoy. So the Carver's Edge series that you pick up now in the second generation is going to be a lot more durable as far as the quality of the plastic that the decoys are built with. So that's one thing that I really like about them. Now, if there is a downside to this generation of the Carver's Edge decoys, I would have to say there could still be some improvement when it comes to paint. You know, paint is something that a lot of times you'll see not be as good of quality when it comes to cheaper decoys. And I don't want to say that the paint is not good on the Carver's Edge series, but it does not seem to be quite as durable as far as maintaining its texture on the decoy itself season after season. So what I mean by that is when we're tossing it around, we're throwing it in the back of the truck, we're putting it in the boats, as hunters, we're not real, sensitive with our decoys and our equipment a lot of times. Yes, we spend big money on equipment, and yes, we try to take care of it to the best of our ability, but we use it, and that's the point I'm trying to make. So the Carver Edge Series 2 that is out now, I do find that at the end of a season, you do have chips in the paint. You do have some of the paint starting to come off of the decoy itself, even though the body of the decoy is more durable. So that is one thing that I would like to see them improve on in the Carver's Edge series. Now, when we're talking price point as compared to other brands out there, I still think that the Carver Edge series is one of the most affordable for what you get. Let me say this first and foremost too. I want to say that the decoy itself, as far as the realistic look of the decoy itself, is absolutely phenomenal with the Carver's Edge series. It does not look like a cheap decoy when you're looking at the decoy itself. It is very realistic in the species that they're offered in, and I do like that Academy offers them in a wide variety of species. You could get mallards, gadwall, pintail, widgeon. You could even get coots for those of us who hunt marsh areas. Like down here in Louisiana, we use the Carver's Edge coot decoys. So there is a wide variety of species that are available, and that's something that I think they do a really good job of. Even though I would like to see them improve on the paint scheme itself, I do think that the decoy looks very realistic as compared to some of the more higher end decoys that I mentioned in this video. So really, when you're looking at it, comparing it to higher end decoys, what do you get in the Carver's Edge series that may want you or persuade you to buy the Carver's Edge over spending some of the more high end money and dollars that you earn on high end decoys? Well, like I said already, it is a realistic looking decoy. It has a better built body than the first generation, so it is more durable in that aspect. And the price point comes in at about $40 to $45 for a half dozen of decoys, which really separates it from a lot of the higher end decoys when you're looking at about a half dozen running you anywhere from about $69 on up to right around $99 to $100 per half dozen for some of the premium brands. Even nowadays, with prices going up as much as they have jumped up over the last couple of years, guys, some of those decoys are going even above the $100 mark, as many of you already know. So I think that the Carver's Edge series by Game Winner from Academy is still very affordable for the average hunter. And is it something that you would want to have in your spread and that will last you for $50 for multiple seasons? Well, the short answer to that is yes. If you take a little bit of care of the decoys and you do your due diligence as a hunter to maintain your equipment, I think that the Game Winner Carver's Edge series is a very good buy still for the money. Whether you're a beginning waterfowl hunter or an experienced waterfowl hunter, I think that that decoy fits into your spread in all aspects of waterfowl hunting, guys, for the price point that it comes in at. I think that you could build a spread quicker at a price point of $49 to $50, say $45 to $50. You could build a spread much quicker and faster to get you a larger spread to be able to do hunting for several seasons with the Game Winner Carver's Edge series. So is it a trash it or stash it brand? I think it is definitely a stash it. It's something that you would want to purchase. And some of you may disagree with that. But if you've used their decoys, which most of us have, it is a good quality decoy for the dollar that you spend on that decoy. So yes, guys, you could find the Carver's Edge series at any local Academy Sports and Outdoors in your neighborhood, or you can shop them online at academysportsandoutdoors.com. So guys, if you agree with me or you have comments on the Game Winner Carver's Edge series decoys, leave a comment down below. We'd appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video and find it helpful, give us a thumbs up and a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we'd appreciate it if you do so and share it with your friends. Until next time, guys, this is Jacob, Last Stop Waterfowl Outdoors TV. See you in the outdoors.